Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to La Rosa Stadium on the campus of St. Augustine Prep for another edition of Hermits Football right here exclusively on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. It's senior night, everyone, and we are going to have our final regular season home game of the year as the 4-4 St. Augustine Prep Hermits take on the 4-3 Lenape kickoff in just a few moments. Once again, welcome, everyone. I'm Jimmy Bachman. The guys alongside me today, as always, are Vinny Palestina and Ryan Marengo, as we see the teams out for coin toss, game starting in just a little bit. Guys, the Hermits started the season off tough, but they are on a 3-game win streak right now. Who are we going to give that credit to?
I mean, you got to give that credit to Julian Turney. 622 rushing yards in 4 games, good for 150 yards a game. He's just been a massive boost to this Hermits team since he joined it after coming over as a transfer last year. Had to sit out for that first month due to the rules. But since he is back, Hermits have been 3-1, looking much better than they did earlier in the season.
Yeah, not only just crediting Turney, just the run game for the Hermits in general really has been stacked over the last couple of weeks. And they're really taking a lot of the pressure off the quarterback, allowing the game to kind of slow down for the whole offense to figure out their possession time throughout the entire game and really figure out this entire identity of this Hermits team, which has gone back to the run game in years past.
Yeah, as you mentioned, years past, this team loves to run the football up the mouth. They don't really do well when they have to drop back into quarterback situations. So to see them being able to run the ball is much better.
Sounds good, guys, and we will be right back in just a few minutes. Once again, it's senior night here at St. Augustine Prep. Stay tuned.
Each day you ask us to respond by doing our best. We ask you to bless our athletes, our coaches, and our officials. We thank you for calling each one of us to excellence, and we pray for the safety of all. In a special way, we remember those impacted by the recent hurricanes, and for the many in our country who generously reach out to them and serve them. May they know the support of each one of us. We also remember the many whose goodness has allowed us to be here this evening and who continue to remind us that we never walk alone. May the time we enjoy this day and the strength we gain from being with one another bring us closer to you. We have made it for yourself, O Lord. Our hearts are restless and are rested in you. St. Augustine, pray for us.
We ask that you remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove the headgear. As we honor the United States of America and all those who defend our nation at home and abroad, the singing of our national anthem by St. Augustine Prep Senior John Teresa.
back, everybody, live here in Richland. It's senior night. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Ryan Marengo and Vinny Palestina as the game is ready to kick off. St. Augustine Prep versus Lenape. Another South Jersey matchup for you here on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. The last 4 games, Prep and Lenape have faced off. The Prep is 3-1. The last time they played on was October 1st, 2021. The Hermits won 36-0. Hermits in the white jerseys today at home. Lenape in the away red. Lenape will receive the ball first. We will see this Hermits defense, come out for the first time. Lenape in their game last week had a big win against St. Joe, 29-8, 28. Loss, 29-28. Coming in with a record of 4-3. Hermits looking to end this year with a record over 500. It's a great night here in Richland, and we are off and running here as McClear will take the kick at the 10, and he's going to get a good gain on special teams. Tristan McClear still going, breaks a few tackles all the way up to midfield, and that's where he'll be taken down. An excellent run to start off this one by Tristan McClear.
And if you look at that kickoff's kicked really low, more of a line drive. It doesn't allow the special teams unit to get down there and defend that really well. Gives the Hermits a little more time to get their blocking out in front. And as you saw there, it can make for a big return.
So out comes Ryan Gamble in the St. Augustine Prep offense. And as you guys were talking about a little earlier, Julian Turney has been such a game changer for this team in the last few weeks. Last week, 3 touchdowns scored in the big win against Camden Eastside, 41-18. 2 receivers out to the right. Gamble will hand it off to Turney on first down. And he will get a gain of a few here past the midfield line. Gain of 3 to the Lenape 48.
And you can't imagine St. Joe's was expecting anything different right there on first down, right up the middle. Hermits have loved to do that last couple times.
Yeah, look for this Lenape defense throughout today. Look for to stop the run. Obviously, open up Gamble for the pass. Gamble has shown his arm in the past. We look to maybe see a little bit of option tonight, but obviously, Hermits sticking to the run game, turning the backfield again on second down.
Gamble in shotgun formation. It'll be another handoff on second down, and Turney, another nice chunk of yards. He's going to be a little short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. Marked down at the Lenape 43.
Good hard-nosed football here from the Hermits early. It's what they're going to try to establish. Wear down this Lenape defense.
Multiple veteran guys on this Hermits offensive line. We've talked about this whole year how it's a younger, newer team. But there is some experience there in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and that's why the trenches have both been a strength for the Hermits. Offensive line, you've seen them open up some big holes, and the defensive line has absolutely wrecked opposing teams this year.
Castle and Hughes out to the right. Turney with Gamble. He'll get the ball again on third down. He's going to get the first down and a little more. Julian Turney, 3 handoffs, 13 yards to start this game as he gets that one up to the 38. First down, Hermits.
Hermits going to their strength early here. Great job by Turney on those first 3 runs, getting the first down. Hermits, like I said, playing really conservative, always using all the time they can on the drive, trying to run the clock, even from the beginning of the game. Smart opportunity for the Hermits here.
Yeah, especially on a drive like this where they started almost at midfield. You don't want to do anything stupid. Drive the ball down the field, get some points.
Turney now in motion. Gamble looks to him. Play action. And he will find a receiver. That's going to be Castle for the first down.
Great job by Gamble finding that in the pocket of the defense. A lot of red jerseys surrounding him, but it will deliver that ball high enough right in the hands of Castle. Castle going down before being able to lose the ball after contact.
Yeah, Castle's done a great job of that all year. Just finding the holes in the defense, getting open, providing a nice window for Gamble to throw into. Get some easy completions. That one was another first down.
Walker out to the right now in motion. We'll bring it back in. First down. It'll go to Turney, and he's not going to get much. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, that was kind of just an interesting play right there from the Hermits. Didn't really look like they knew what was going on. Offensive line blocked, and then Turney just kind of did like a jump into them. I don't really understand what happened there, but nevertheless, not a good first down play.
Yeah, Lenape really stacking the box. We've seen that in weeks past, obviously knowing that the Hermits run the ball a lot. And their linebackers have obviously stayed in their position, not really dropping back in pass coverage often or racing to the flat. Staying within the tackles, staying to fill those gaps that Turney's obviously going to be trying to hit.
Under 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Distilio now in the game for the Hermits along with Castle. Play action, Gamble finds Walker. He'll jump up to make the grab and will gain a few yards up to the 25.
A little bit of an awkward pass there from Gamble, kind of rolling out to his opposite side. Had to float it over the offensive line. A little too much time in the air after he made the grab. Obviously, that tackle came too soon. Only a short gain. Now, 3rd and long. Let's see what the Hermits are looking to do here. Obviously, we've used two passing plays here in that first drive. Not usually seen by the Hermits. Look to see if they do that here on 3rd down.
Yeah, that pass to Terran was just a little bit too high. He had to go up and catch the ball. Stopped his momentum moving forward. Wasn't able to pick up very many yards, but as you saw, he's just so hard to tackle. Kept moving through the contact. Picked up a few more yards than he was going to.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Hermits at the Lenape 25. Looking to score early, which they've done a good job at the last few weeks. Gamble. 2 receivers out wide again. Drops back. Gamble looking. He's going to find Walker again. Makes the grab. Walker is going to get the first down and more. Terran Walker. Oh, the ball is fumbled at the end. And Lenape is going to come down with it, and it is going to be ruled Lenape's ball. So what looked like a great play for the Hermits turns into a disaster as Terran Walker makes the grab and fumbles the ball.
A little bit of the same route there from Terran Walker, kind of getting out into the flat to the right this time. Easier ball for Gamble to deliver. But once getting the first down, he said that fumble really costly for the Hermits here on that first drive. Lenape now getting their first opportunity of the game.
Yeah, it looked like Terran was picked up into the air on that tackle. Got airborne, didn't maintain control of the ball while he was in there, probably trying to brace his body for the ground and just lost it. Tough play for the Hermits. Turnover near the red zones is always tough to swallow.
So out comes the Lenape offense. It's going to be Council taking the snap and a handoff on first down. That's LeMay, and he's not going to get anywhere there. Gain of maybe 1. Little wildcat formation there by Lenape. We'll see Jalen Mims at quarterback for the most part. Lenape's guys so far this year in the running game is going to be Zaire Fleming. 120 rush attempts, 764 yards, and 8 touchdowns. As it'll be Mims in the shotgun in the backfield.
Watch linebacker Donathan Lithicum today for the Hermits. Great tackle there out in space, wrapping the legs and bringing them down for a short gain.
Mims play action. Lefty on the bootleg. He will find his receiver and a big gain on second down. That's number 9, Ty Smith.
Yeah, great play action play by Lenape right there. Able to gain some of the yards back they possibly could have had on first down the stretch. Great job also getting a little bit out of their red zone now, maybe forcing a little bit more opportunities and more deeper into the playbook for Lenape now, the closer to midfield.
Yeah, that was a beautiful naked bootleg right there. Rolled out to the opposite side the handoff was going. Got a receiver out in space, and there just wasn't any Hermits over there to be able to make a play until he was past the first down.
High formation. 2 receivers out. It will be a handoff on first down, and Hermits able to stuff that one, gain of 1.
Just like prior weeks and just like in the past, Hermits' defensive line really standing up here in those first 2 rushing attempts from Lenape. Big job by the big guys inside. You got Vincent Isom. You got Rob Adamson. Those are big boys in there. Like I said, they always show up to play each and every week.
Yeah, that offensive line has wrecked a lot of running games this year, and they get some pressure. Every time they drop it, opposing teams drop back to pass, and the defense knows what's going on, they get into that backfield.
2 receivers in the backfield again for Lenape. 2nd and 9. At their own 30. Play action. Mims. Pass is incomplete on the slant. It was intended for Michael LeMay, so it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and it looked like LeMay just fell down right there during the route. A little bit of a slant, got some separation, but he fell down before the pass could be completed.
Watch out for Chris Collot today after a huge week. Last week had that 38-yard pick 6. He's been a lockdown piece of this Hermits defense all year, along with guys like Rob Adamson.
Yeah, these seniors really leading the night. Like I said, a lot of shout-outs tonight for senior night. Look to see him making more big plays.
So it'll be 3rd and 9. Mims, 4 receivers out. Pressure coming. He's going to hand it off. And that's going to be a huge loss of yards there on the draw play. Did not work out.
Julian Giambuzzi, their linebacker, really showing out tonight. Great job by him, one of the younger guys on this Hermits team, following some of the leaders. Huge play there on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down punt here.
So Lenape forced the punt. Gets the punting unit out there quickly. The punt is up. It's going to be returned. Hermits are going to let it drop, and it's going to take a very friendly bounce for Lenape. So a nice punt there as it continues to roll and will be downed at the Hermits 28. So out comes the offense again. They drove into the red zone last time before a fumble by Taryn Walker turned the ball over.
Something to recognize there on the punt, though. Lenape really got their punt team out there quick, and Hermits actually almost had a couple guys sneaking off the field that almost didn't get off the field before the punt happened, really trying to catch the Hermits off guard, get any opportunities they can to force a couple yards. Their punter in warm-ups had some very, very deep kicks, too. So Lenape looking to get force the St. Augustine Hermits into deeper field position throughout the game today.
Yeah, and it looked like with that punt, they wanted to get the punt unit out there as fast as possible, catch the Hermits off guard. Something to watch out for later, as you said, Mango. Also, it looked like the Hermits were able to get some players in the backfield, even with a limited number of people on the line, so the blocking on the punt could be an issue.
Walker in motion. Gamble will hand it off to Turney on 1st down. He's going to get a good gain here. Turney all the way down at the 39.
And that gap provided for the offensive line right there is really what made that run. Turney was able to bounce it to the inside, and there was just a gap about 5 yards wide that he could run straight through. Wasn't touched till he was tackled. Fantastic blocking.
10-yard gain there for him as we are now at the 5-minute mark of the 1st quarter. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Ryan Marengo and Vinny Palestina. Senior night here in Richland. Hermits out for their 2nd drive of the game, looking to put some points on the board. Gamble. Another handoff. 1st down again, and the game will not be as good that time as he's going to get about 3.
Lenape linebackers really ferocious today, really looking to fill those gaps. Turney really on some of those inside runs haven't had the opportunities we've seen in the past. A lot of those stretch plays to the outside with a couple lead blockers and some guys motioning in the backfield have really thrown the defense off today so far.
Yeah, and we could see Lenape start stacking the boxes we've seen other teams do over the last few weeks. We've seen 8, 9 players at the box at different points.
2nd and 6 for the Hermits at their own 43. Similar formation. And we'll go to Turney again. Turney gets a few blocks and make 3rd down a little easier here. Gain of 4, it'll be 3rd and 2.
Another thing the Hermits, when we talk about another thing to notice about the Hermits personnel tonight so far is the receivers too. We've seen a lot of different receivers out there. We've seen Mewitz, we've seen Christmas, we've seen Distillia, we've seen Hughes. Hermits always this year using a ton of weapons, and it's been great because, like I said, the defense really has to shift to the personnel that's on the field.
Yeah, and a nice thing about spreading those receivers out is you have less people focused on Turney. It gives them more opportunities to get more yards, especially when you have 4 or 5 receivers lined up on the outside.
So 3rd and 2 now for the Hermits near midfield. Same formation they've had this whole drive. Gamble takes the snap, gives it to Turney again. Turney looking to get there, and he is going to be short.
4th and very short now for the Hermits, almost less than a yard. Look for the Hermits. It looks like they are going to stay on the field here for 4th down.
Gamble going over to talk to Coach Pete Lanketta. It'll be 4th and a little less than a yard for the Hermits. So you think they just hand the ball off again?
I don't think you try anything different. Run the ball right up the gut. You trust your running back to make a play and get less than a yard.
Well, Hermits bringing a couple receivers in, so we'll see what they want to do here. As Hughes and Castle check in. Gamble under center. He's going to sneak it, try to take it himself. Nice second effort push from Walker, and he's going to get the 1st down. Looking like the Eagles out there.
Yeah, great job by those offensive linemen pushing forward. Great job by the guys in the background pushing Gamble forward too for that first down. Huge now with the Hermits now at the 50-yard line midfield. Have an opportunity to get their first score of the game. The defense looked great on their first time. Now the offense really has to capitalize after the turnover.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic push by Taryn Walker. It looked like Gamble was going to be fighting for that yard to gain, maybe not be able to get it until Taryn came in there and pushed them another yard forward.
It's been a quick first quarter. Hermits, nice methodical drive here. 2 first downs so far at the midfield line. Gamble. Feed the hot hand, goes to Turney again. It's going to take multiple red shirts to take him down. A gain of 5 on first down.
And Turney does such a good job of continuing to move forward. He was hit about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage right there. Got an extra yard and a half out of that run. Just kept moving forward. He fell forward, and that's what you love to see out of a running back.
Yeah, McClear now checking in for Turney. Turney getting a little bit of a break. We've seen him as the workhorse here on this first 2 drives. Obviously, the Hermits, like I said, have a spread out assortment of options here they can use on offense. McClear, one of them. McClear this year has been outstanding as well, and we haven't really spoke about him a lot tonight.
Yeah, not as busy last week. Only 3 rushes, but he made the most of it. 69 yards and a touchdown. There's a minute to go, and McClear will get the ball on second down. Tristan McClear, a good gain. It'll be short of the first, but not by much. Up to the Lenape 41.
Yeah, McClear in the year, 60 rushes for 347 yards and 5 touchdowns. Outstanding stat line for himself. But it's great to see all these Hermits running backs really getting involved. Like you've seen Noah Grindinich in the past too, really getting involved in the run game, and it shows the diversity of this offense that Coach Pete likes to use.
And McClear's just a little bit quicker of a runner than the other 2 are. That's why you bring him in for. Get a little lateral quickness that you don't really have. And you've seen it. He's broke a couple of really long runs this year, a couple of long kick returns.
Yeah, one of the things McClear does well, kind of with that quickness too, is when he slips through tackles, he falls forward for another 5 yards, which is huge for this Hermits offense when they're trying to get these rushing drives.
Good chance this is the last play of the quarter. McClear is going to get it again on third down. He's going to get the first. Still going. Nice spin move. He's going to get a little more. Up to Lenape 34, first down, and that is going to do it here for the first quarter of Hermits football. Oh.
And that was a fantastic cutback by McClear right there. He looked like he was going to try to go to the outside. There was a Lenape defenseman out there, and he cut it back to the inside, jumped over a lineman, was able to pick up the first down.
So 0-0. After 1, if you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Vinny Palestina, Ryan Marengo, senior night here. Hoping for a nice end to this regular season before playoff time starts. Hermits with a record of 4-4, looking to make it 5-4. Lenape with a record of 4-3.
Yeah, it's been a little bit up and down for South Jersey football this year. A lot of competitiveness between all teams. We've seen upsets that we don't normally see. We see teams bouncing back and forth. Like we've seen, like I said, the Hermits have beat St. Joe's this year, and then St. Joe's beat Lenape, Lenape beat Cherokee, and Cherokee beat. It's a circle,
yep.
And it's been great to see. Like I said, a little bit of that chaos that's been in South Jersey this year, and the Hermits now looking to come atop that chaos today, end the season on the win, and propel themselves into the playoffs.
It might be an entire thing with football this year. We've seen that in the NFL, where it looks like one team is going to be one of the top teams in the NFL, and the next week they're sitting at like 23 in the power rankings. There's just so much parity going on this year, and like we've seen it with teams like Prep got crushed by Holy Spirit, and then crushed St. Joe's when Spirit lost to St. Joe's.
It's been a very exciting year for high school football, especially South Jersey football here in the state of New Jersey. But St. Augustine Hermits, like I said, the rushing attack and their defense especially, really carrying this team, like I said, into the second half of the season where they've been so impressive here, and especially to start this game.
So another 12 on the board as we start the second quarter. Hermits at the Lenape 34 looking to get on the board. It'll be a handoff to McClear on first down. He's going to get a big gain. Gets the first down and more up to the Lenape 23. Great run there by Tristan McClear.
That's another example of him hitting the hole, sliding through tackles, and falling forward for that extra yardage. Really not, like I said, trying to force the run to where he's getting pushed back or stopped, but he's falling forward, getting that extra yardage, and that propelled him that first down. Another first down for the Hermits, really starting to get this drive going.
And something you see with this Hermits team, when they substitute a running back, they keep him in for a few plays. They like to keep everybody fresh in rhythm with the game instead of bringing him in for one play, getting one run in and not getting into that rhythm.
First down. McClear gets the ball again. Nice cut. And he's got to get into the red zone, down at the 18. as this nice Hermits drive is continued.
Yeah, in some weeks you do see, like I said, the Hermits really do depend on some of those big burst runs that you have. But these runs, like I said, where you're getting 5, 6, they pile up and they do chew that clock. Hermits do a great job at that, seeing that on this drive. And progressively through this drive, both Turney and McClear now making progress now with the Hermits in the red zone.
The Hermits really just showing Lenape they're going to do the run with just Mewitz out there. Everybody else on the line of scrimmage. So far, Lenape hasn't been able to contain it as McClear. They will there. Little announcer's drinks as McClear's going to lose 2 on 2nd down.
Yeah, red jerseys everywhere, right through that offensive line. Like I said, now we got Turney coming back on the field. We've seen a lot of runs here by McClear. 3rd down for the Hermits. First 3rd and long we've seen in a minute for the Hermits. Let's see what they're able to draw up here.
Yeah, and I'll be wondering to see if they switch the formation after Lenape finally caught on to what they were trying to do, kept running the ball up the middle. That one they were able to stop right there. They should be able to try a different formation, get a couple more people on the outside, and make Lenape think.
Castle and Pratt checking into the game. Hermits looking like they're probably going to throw the ball here.
Two receivers wide now for the Hermits.
Turney back into the game as well, now in motion. Gamble drops back, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to try and take it himself, but nothing's going to get out of that. Flag is down. So Gamble's sacked, but we'll see what the call is.
And it looked like that happened in the backfield. Can't imagine it's anything other than holding on the Hermits.
So it's going to be on the Hermits. Illegal shift. Penalty going to be declined. So it will be 4th and 9 here, and out it's going to come the field goal unit.
And I believe this might be the longest field goal attempt that the Hermits have taken this year. Like I said, this is a good
39 yards.
39-yard field goal here.
So Antonio Freund, not going to be an easy one, but he's done a good job all year. He's been very accurate. Looking to put 3 up for the Hermits. Destilio, the placeholder. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is good. 39-yard field goal by Antonio Freund. His longest of the year.
What a kick by Freund there. Hermits, we talked about in the past, Hermits have gotten opportunities in the red zone where they really haven't allowed Freund to kick some of those long ones. That one of the longer ones we've seen our Hermits kicker kick in a while since Brandon Bispo last year. And that had some distance on it.
Yeah, it had a couple extra yards past the goalpost right there. Say that was probably good from 42, 43.
I
Give him a couple extra yards.
So.
Yeah, great job by Freund. Like I said, even in the pressure of that, like I said, being such a big field goal here to put the Hermits up by 3 into the 2nd quarter. But great job by the Hermits offense, too, putting them in that position, getting down the field, and running a lot of clock on that drive here, like I said, to allow the defense for Lenape to get worn down.
Yeah, and wearing down that defense is something the Hermits love to do. As we watched last game at home, the defense was just so tired by the time the 4th quarter rolled around. The Hermits were able to impose their will and just run out the clock, and that's obviously what they try to do with the runs up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle. That takes a toll on the defense.
Yeah, credit to the offensive line because, like I said, we talk about all the options of different receivers coming in, different running backs coming in. That offensive line really does stay the same and just keeps working throughout the game, and it's huge to have them healthy.
Freund, a short kick. It will be returned. We saw them try to do this, and it's not going to work out there. As another big gain, that's not going to work out for the Hermits. They tried the short kick. Great return by number 8, Zaire Fleming. We saw, like I was about to say, we saw them try to do that a couple times over the last few weeks. Special teams has struggled.
Yeah, this Hermits special teams unit just does not have good kick return.
Against Williamstown, they gave up that kick
defense.
return touchdown.
Yeah, they gave up the touchdown. They gave up a couple long ones. And I understand them doing the short kick so they keep it away from the team's best returner. But if you're going to do that, shift the special teams unit over.
Especially trying to get somebody else. I
people.
mean, you're right there. The guy that took the ball is starting running back for Lenape, so you're not giving it to somebody that. So, great starting field position for Lenape. Mims under center, I formation. And there's going to be a flag down there. It's going to be on the Hermits. As you see, a little awkward there from Lenape. They all get down and get ready at the same time.
Yeah, they've been using that throughout this entire game. That's actually a little bit more of a peewee football move that used to be held for hard counts for discipline. Hermits really do got to stay disciplined today if they're going to win this game. Only up 3-0 so far.
Mims, toss over to Fleming. He's going to gain a few short of the first down. Oh, no, he's still going. Fleming Someone trying to take him down, and they finally will.
Fleming running
All the way
hard.
to the 5. I thought he was down.
Yeah, Fleming running hard both in that kick return and now on that play, really holding himself above the ground, was able to plant, put his hand in the ground, and never really get his forearm down. That was a great job by Fleming, noticing that and getting through all the pile to get down the field for probably another about 10 yards.
Yeah,
Right?
and I couldn't see who he fell on somebody. That's why he wasn't able to hit the ground. He fell on top of a Hermits defender, got up and kept running. Great awareness by him.
So 1st and 5 now for Lenape. Great opportunity after good kick return to take the lead. I formation again. Fleming in the backfield. And once again, Lenape's pre-snap movement's going to get the Hermits to jump.
And I don't know if you guys were watching on the first drive, but the Hermits jumped a few times on that drive as well. They just didn't go past the line of scrimmage, so that's something they've been struggling with this entire game. That's got to be the 5th time they've jumped.
It's now 1st and goal at the 3. It'll be another handoff to Fleming, trying to get to the outside. Fleming, he's going to be stopped short.
Hermits crowding the ball there, obviously knowing how important this is to make this goal line stop. Only up 3-0. There is a flag on the field again after this play.
And I don't know if the refs called a flag or just lost the flag there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Nobody coming off to make a call.
2nd down and goal for Lenape here. Look for them to keep running that run game. Fleming really the hot hand here for Lenape. And this Hermits defense, like I said, this has to be a huge stand here. The D-line we know is capable of it. But let's see what they do here on 2nd down.
Just a 1-yard gain on the 1st down. Lenape looking to punch it in. 3 people in the backfield. Toss to Fleming again. Trying to get to the outside. Fleming breaks a tackle. Gets over a guy, and he is in for the touchdown. Zaire Fleming gets Lenape on the board, and they take the lead with 6 here halfway through the 2nd quarter.
Fantastic run by Fleming right there. Was able to bounce to the outside, finding his way to the goal line. Knew that the Hermits defenders were running at him, so he just kept running sideways until he was able to cut upfield and just get into the end zone.
Yeah, creating space for himself there. Fleming, throughout the entire drive from the kickoff, really creating all the offense and opportunities there for Lenape. Great job for him. And like I said, now up 6-3. Hermits need to play a little bit of catch-up. Look, to their advantage, though, this Lenape defense has gotten worn down by the possession time, which has been incredibly in the Hermits' favor.
Yeah,
Ethan Blackburn gets the extra point. So 7-3 Lenape here. That shows you special teams put the defense in a tough position. Great job by Fleming throughout that whole drive to get his team all the way down there and gets them into the end zone as a Lenape player is down on the field.
yeah, it looked like somebody got just hurt blocking right there. We hope he's okay. The only problem is for Lenape, that quick touchdown, it doesn't give their defense any time to rest. They've been on the field for probably 12, 15 minutes this game. It really wears down a defense when you don't get that time to rest.
If you're the Hermits, I'm sure it'd be ideal to just chew most of the clock here in the 2nd quarter with the next drive if you have it long. I mean, if you never know when Turney's able to break something or McClear breaks something, but slow and methodical seems to be the way they're going so far in this game. But you got to, if you're going to have those long drives, you really want to end in 7 and not in 3.
Yeah, and we'll see if Lenape's defense tries anything different this drive. We saw a couple people crowding the line, overloading the box last drive towards the end of it. We'll see if they try that coming right out here and dare the Hermits to throw.
That was Michael Citero, number 77, down for Lenape. He gets up and is able to get back to the sideline on his own feet. Stay tuned a little later today into the 2nd half in this broadcast. They'll be announcing the Hermits Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2023. Fun event coming up in the spring. Stay in touch with Hermits social media pages and the Hermits website to be able to attend that event. Once again, we will be announcing that class in the 2nd half of this game. Kick away for Lenape. Hermits will look to return. It's going to be Nasir Christmas. Up to the 25, get some blockers. Christmas all the way up to the 35. It'll be down at the 36.
Christmas and McClear a little bit confusion of who's taking the ball there. Kind of had a little bit of delay to let McClear get in front of him for the block. But great job, patience, finding the hole, getting upfield. Hermits a pretty good field position here to start their 3rd drive of the day.
Nasir Christmas, we saw him much more active on the offensive side of the ball early in the year. Really hasn't been a factor there, but has done a great job on defense in this 2nd half of the season when the Hermits have really turned things around.
Yeah, absolutely. The secondary for the Hermits was a little bit shaky to start the season, obviously with a couple tougher opponents. But now, as the Hermits kind of settle in, got some of the rivalries in here, he's played great on the defensive side of the ball, and we always know he's an offensive weapon, too, on the edge.
So under 8 minutes to go until halftime. 3 receivers out for the Hermits on first down, and they get Lenape to jump this time.
A little bit of mind games there on the offense now. Said kind of using the same tricks against them. Great job by Hermits offense there with the hard count. Getting that extra 5 yards now on first down is huge.
So 1st and 5 now for the Hermits at their own 41. Gamble, handoff to Turney. Once again, multiple red shirts needed to take him down. He'll get the first down and a little more up to the 47.
Yeah, carrying defenders up the midfield. Turney with a great run there, keeping his head down, finding the hole. Like I said, he really does keep his legs moving and churning until he has to get forced down.
Something to point out, this Hermits offense has had really good field position starting for all of their drives. It really helps when you're starting close to midfield rather than back at your own 20. Gives you less time to get into field goal range. As we saw, we have a pretty good distance for field goal range, and even just getting into the end zone, those 50 yards are much different than 80.
Now midfield, Turney going to get the ball again. Small gain up past the 50. Once again, the Hermits slow and methodical on this drive.
Yeah, sticking to
They're
the
fine with these nice little 4-yard, 5-yard gains.
Absolutely. Like I said, sticking to the script here. Like I said, getting points is the huge thing on this drive again. Getting into the red zone, making those opportunities. And even if it does take that time, there's still a lot of time left in the clock here for this second quarter, and the Hermits are willing to use it all.
So 2nd and 7 at the 50. Hermits looking to take the lead back after Lenape scored a touchdown earlier in this quarter. Gamble going to drop back and throw. Pressure coming. And he's looking deep for Walker. And, just threw his hands, but flag is down on the play. So it works out in the end, as that'll be pass interference on the Lenape defender.
What a ball by Gamble on that throw, too. Kind of running into it, launching it downfield. That was right in the hands of Walker. If that was not a pass interference, most likely a catch there. Great job by Terran Walker to get downfield, beat his defender, making him force the pass interference. And a 15-yard penalty now for the Hermits.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic pass, as you mentioned, Mango. That would have been a beautiful ball if Terran wasn't jumped on at the end of that route. And that was great coverage by Lenape until, obviously, the pass interference.
So it works out for the Hermits, though, in the end. 15-yard penalty, as you guys said, up to the Lenape 35. And a nice ball there thrown by Gamble.
Yeah, 3 receivers out wide now here on first down.
Hand off to Turney on first. Small gain. And he'll be taken down.
Yeah, Hermits
2,
looking here.
maybe 3.
Looks like they're spreading out that offensive set here. Get those receivers out wide, maybe distract some of that defense, spread them out so we can give Turney a couple more opportunities. Not really open there. 2nd down and 8 pending.
Yeah, and that deep pass is always nice to do just to keep the defense awake and make sure they know they're just not running the ball up the middle every single play. It's going to keep them on their toes and hopefully open up some more holes for Turney.
Tristan McClear now checking into the game. 2nd and 7. Clock is running under 6 minutes to go in this first half. It'll be Walker, Hughes, and Castle out wide to the right. McClear now in motion. Gamble got to get it to him in the flat. Tristan McClear has some blockers. Makes a nice juke. He's got the first down and more, as he will go down at the Lenape 21. Nice play there on a little bit of a screen from the Hermits.
Yeah, just getting McClear the ball in space, that's what you want to do. He's so shifty out there, just so hard to tackle. As soon as he's in space running downhill, he's going to pick up the first down. It's just so hard for the defense to stop, and that was a great play call by Coach Pete right there.
Yeah, that's when the best usage of McClear is really in his element, is when you're not trying to run him sideways. When you run him sideways, it gives the defense an opportunity to get in the backfield and get him. But if you let him hit those holes hard and get him out in space where he can get upfield and run hard with his head down, it's a great job by McClear shifting up his way. Now another first down for the Hermits. Hermits
showing run. McClear will get it. Looking for somewhere to go, and there's not going to be much there. He'll gain maybe a yard up to the 20. Hermits coming off a couple of nice wins in their last few. 41-18 win against Camden East Side last week. Second and 9. McClear will get the ball again, makes a juke. Up to the 15, and that's where he'll go down.
Good plant and cut up there, field there from McClear. And like I said, another couple chunk yards. Now a third and a lot shorter for the Hermits here. Like I said, this is where they're really able to balance with that play action too. They're expecting the run because the Hermits are really great in those 4-yard carries. But as I said, Hermits really creating that option of that play action pass, which has really gotten them a lot of their pass yards in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and third and short's just so much better for the Hermits because when they get to third and long, 3rd and 10 situations, they just throw the ball, and every defense knows it's coming, and it's so hard for the Hermits to get there.
Third and 4 now for the Hermits. At the 15. McClear into the game. 2 receivers out to the left. Gamble takes the snap. McClear will get it. He's going to get the first down and a little more as the Hermits are inside the 10, down at the 8.
That's what I'm talking about with a vintage McClear run right there. Falling forward, even though he's tripping for an extra 3-4 yards for the Hermits. Now inside the 10 on 1st and goal. Hermits really got to make the most of this opportunity. It's such a long drive. This might be one of the quickest halves I've seen in St. Augustine history. Now under 2 minutes.
The Phillies game. That's what it is.
Oh, man, it's amazing. This has been such a quick half for the Hermits. Really credit to this run game by this offense. Lenape really having no possession time in the first half, despite being up 7-3 so far.
Somebody on that Hermits sideline wants to see Phillies Padres tonight, I think. That's what's happening right now.
The spirit of the Phillies is very alive in this area.
So 2 receivers out now. McClear still in the game. Hughes out to the right, Castle out to the left. And looks like we're finally going to have some clock stoppage as a timeout is called by the Hermits.
Yeah, is there a crucial 4 downs here for the Hermits? Like I said, with 2 minutes left in the half, Hermits really need to capitalize on this opportunity. And also, like I said, running the clock isn't also a bad option here for the Hermits if they do take a play or 2 heading into the goal line, as they don't want to give a lot of opportunities for Lenape. Obviously, we saw the kickoff last time. That kickoff, like I said, that special teams has been a little bit weary on the kickoffs, providing opportunities for multiple teams that the Hermits have versed this year.
And you notice a lot of times Hermits, do you think they're going to still run the ball? A lot of times we've seen them successful with a little quick slant right here. Do you try to throw the ball here, or do you just keep feeding those hot hands and McClear? And
for sure. I think with a lot of the passing plays that the Hermits have, like I said, that would be a quick score that they would love to look for here and would really catch the defense off guard. But I also wouldn't be surprised with them to run the ball. If the first run does get in, then, like I said, so be it. But if it doesn't get on the first try, I don't think they're afraid to run a little bit more clock off here and force Lenape into a little bit of a rush situation to end the half.
If I'm Coach Pete right here, I'm looking for a run-pass option. Give them the opportunity to do either one because, as you mentioned, that quick slant is something they've had a lot of success with. And if the defense is willing to give it, then go for it. If not, run the ball up the middle and do what you've been successful with.
Well, it'll just be Mewitz out as receiver. So far, that's really been the indication of run. Everybody else lined up the block from McClear. Walker in motion. First down and goal at the 8. McClear will get the ball. And he's going to gain a few, over half, probably down at the 4.
Clock running now under 2 minutes.
That might be the mind of Coach Pete as well. Don't give Lenape a chance to put up any points after this drive as Turney is back into the game, the power back. So Turney looking for his 9th touchdown of the year.
Yeah, he's averaging 2 touchdowns a game, so we're definitely expecting to see him get one here.
Turney, he will get it. Looking to get in. Turney, and he is in for the touchdown. Turney with his 4th touchdown in 2 games.
And just like I mentioned ago, that first run that was stopped killed another 40 seconds there for the Hermits. Still got the touchdown there with Turney entering the end zone. And now the Hermits are up 9-7, pending this extra point to make it 10-7.
Hermits with the ground and pound on that drive.
And it looks like we got a runaway balloon over the field. Must have flown off for senior night.
Yeah, they had a bunch of balloons set up for
a little bit too hard of a celebration there for the touchdown.
As that extra point is good by Freund. Yeah, big ceremony before the game for the Hermits seniors and the cheerleaders from Alma. As the Hermits now take a 3-point lead, 10-7, with just 1:33 left to go in this half.
But just running down the clock, that was what, a six-minute drive, just pounding the football up the middle. It really wears down this defense. Taking a lead, only a minute left going into halftime. Hopefully you get to half with that lead, get some momentum.
Yeah, Hermits now at a 6-minute and an 8-minute drive today so far. Huge to start, like I said, in this first half with the possession time. This defense has to be dog-tired, as like I said, they really haven't had a chance to get off the field. Only really time was the short offensive first possession for Lenape and the short second possession where they were in great field position to score.
So Lenape going to have 1:33 to try and do something here. They will get the ball again after halftime as well. For the Hermits here, take a deep breath. Nothing. You don't want anything happening here on the kickoff. Hermits in their last game of the regular season, looking to keep the momentum going into the playoffs. Possibly their last home game of the year. It's going to be another short kick. Fleming will get it on a handoff, and he is going to be taken down at the 30. So much better there by the Hermits.
That's interesting. I haven't seen that one used against the Hermits yet. A little bit of that handoff. Usually that's used on a lot of deeper kicks, though, because it gives a little bit more time for the tricker to get put into place, and it gives a little bit more space for the runner. There with the handoff for Fleming, he only had a little room for the tackler was in front of him. So interesting strategy by Lenape, obviously knowing they've had a little bit more success, just like other teams with special teams on the Hermits, but not really that much better field position with the play.
Yeah, and if you're Lenape, you're probably having more success just running the ball straight up the field rather than handing it off against the Hermits.
So we'll see how aggressive Lenape wants to be here. They have all 3 timeouts. So they'll hand it off on first down to Fleming, and he's not going to gain anything. Maybe 1. As I say, the Indians have all 3 of their timeouts. We'll see when they want to use them, if they want to use them, as a player is down. They'll get back up. Gain of 1, and it looks like they're not using that timeout. Let the clock run. So maybe just playing a little damage control here, try and only go down 3 at the halftime.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to play safe here. Only down 3 for the Hermits is great for this Lenape team. They also do get possession here in the second half, which is another opportunity for themselves. So nothing crazy here. If they do get to break something, they will, but nothing where it's going to cost them too much going into halftime.
2 receivers in the backfield again, 2 running backs, in the backfield again, as Fleming will get it. Looking to get to the outside as he will be taken down and see if he was in bounds.
Yeah, it looks like he was in bounds, but hasn't been officially ruled.
Clock is stopped.
I think there's more than 30 seconds on the clock, too. I don't know what's really going on there.
So Lenape first down there, 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah, if he did get out of bounds there, great job by lunging. He was able to, I did see the lunge at the end of the play, but it wasn't obviously like addressed that he was in bounds or out of bounds. But if he did lunge out of bounds to get his elbow down, great job noticing that, stopping the clock for Lenape, giving them a little bit more of an opportunity here, closing out the first half.
So Lenape, 4 receivers out now. They'll need probably about 30 yards to get into field goal range. First down, 30 seconds left. Mims drops back, looking to throw. As that one, great defense there by Nasir Christmas as a flag flies.
Wow. Flag on the outside from the backside. The other ref who was right in front of the play had not thrown a flag.
It looked like he just got the hand on the ball, but
it looked like he did grab him from behind, which would only be seen by that back judge, not the judge in front. So I think that was probably the right call. Obviously, it's such a bang-bang play. Normally you see this at this level, you let it go, but it looked like he did grab him a little bit.
So that is going to be, it's going to be a holding call. So a 10-yard penalty. So Lenape, and it stops the clock as well. Lenape trying to get into field goal range here. 25 seconds. 4 receivers out again for Mims. High snap, drops back. Mims looking, going to take it himself, and he's going to be down and sacked. That's number 44 for the Hermits, Matthew Bonchek.
Yeah, Bonchak reading it there. He was reading the quarterback the entire time. Kind of sat in the middle, waited for that break to happen. Well scouted there. Great tackle there. And now 17 seconds left in the first half. Lenape calling this timeout.
And Matt Bonchek's been such a good addition to this defense. We haven't really addressed it that much because there's so many older guys that are veterans on this defense. But he's been a great boost. Young sophomore coming in, makes a lot of big tackles and big moments.
Yeah, the next generation of this Hermits team, you got Turney, who's a sophomore, you got Bonchak, who's a sophomore, you got Giambuzzi, who's a sophomore. A lot of these guys really making their impact felt here on this Hermits team, along with a lot of the leaders that we're seeing tonight for senior night.
So 2nd and 13 for Lenape at midfield. They called a timeout there, 17 seconds to go.
You think you got to go one more, maybe two more plays towards the sideline, give yourself a chance at a long field goal or go to the end zone?
Same formation. Going to get it out to the flat. That's going to be Fleming. Looking for somewhere to go. He's going to stay in bounds and only gain 2 yards. 7 seconds clock is running. And a timeout will be called.
Lithicum with another great play in space tonight. I've seen him twice now in space for the Hermits linebacking core. And first on the first drive of the game with the stop on the run, and they're in the flat with great footwork to make the tackle. Great job by him tonight. Great job by all the linebackers that we just stated for this Hermits defense, really stepping up.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, there's a lot of linebackers, especially at this level. They either wait too long in their stance and get run by, or they go too quickly up trying to make the tackle and they get run past. That was great footwork, not doing either, staying true to his assignment and making a great tackle.
So we'll see if let's test out Mims' arm a little bit, try to throw him down to the end zone. What do you think they're going to try to do here? Just a Hail Mary?
Yeah, a little bit of trigger here. Otherwise, there would have been no kind of timeout called here. But now, this is the last play, obviously. Play a little bit safe as you're the Hermits defense. Still contain Mims at all costs as he can get down the field. And watch for Fleming. Fleming's been their big play guy all day. So let's see what they do here on the last play.
Watch for a trick play. I don't know if he can throw it to the end zone.
So pressure coming. Mims is going to have to hurry. Going down the field, and that one is going to be intercepted. Oh, it's going to be marked incomplete. Jack Winaris almost picked that one off, but that will be the end of the first half here. Your score, Hermits 10-7. Stay tuned for the second half of Hermits football. It's senior night. Only 24 minutes left to go here. And right after these messages, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We're live back here, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here at Richland, New Jersey. Second half of Hermits football on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel at LaRosa Stadium taking place now. I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Ryan Marengo and Vinny Palestina. We have a special guest here to start off our second half, Mr. Dustin Thompson from the class of 2010, Hermits legend, leading touchdown thrower from quarterback. Dustin, nice to have you up here.
It's great to be up here. I don't think I've ever been up here in my 4 years that I was playing, so it's different to see the game from up here for sure.
Yeah, so they're in the first half. Like I said, the Hermits are ending now the second half. Great running rush attack here from the Hermits. And diversity, like I said, we've seen McCleary, we've seen Turney in the first half, sorry. And this Lenape defensive line has to be tired, getting a little bit of a break there for halftime. But up 10-7, this Hermits team really has looked impressive, running the clock, making this one of the shortest first halves we've seen for the Hermits in years.
They definitely run the ball way more than we did back in the day. We were more 75% throw and 25% pass. Darnell Law's down there coaching. He'll tell you that he did not get to run the ball nearly as much as they get to run it tonight.
Mr. Law is now a teacher at the Prep.
Yes.
Been here a while. Still staying here. Dustin, how's it been? You know, it's been a while, since 10 years now. You were with one of those great Hermits teams that really set off a great decade for Hermits football. How's it like being back here, and what would you say over those last 10 years? How's it been?
It was just a really nice welcoming to come back. A lot of new additions that have happened. I know that they put this stadium in when we were going into our junior year. And I was talking to my wife tonight, telling her one of my favorite moments is our junior year when we beat Holy Spirit. There was about 7,000 people here. The Rowdies broke the fence, and we had about 6,000 people on the field when we broke it down.
That's awesome.
Interesting to see the uniform change. They're like a little bit darker, that navy. I really like the new Hermit. We just had a big SA. But I mean, the kids seem a lot bigger. It seems like talent continues to come in, which is just an awesome thing as an alumni to see this keep going.
Another short kick. Be returned at the 25, going around the other side of the field, pushed out of bounds at the 35, and that's where Lenape will start their first drive of the second half.
A little bit of sideways running there from Lenape. Said got to get upfield. That's where a lot of the opportunities have come against the Hermit special teams. We've seen it in the past weeks, and we saw it today on that first kick return.
So out comes Mims, excuse me. Not Jalen Mills. He was an Eagle. Jalen Mims. Didn't have to throw too much there in that first half. Fleming really carried this offense. Had the touchdown.
Yeah, Fleming in the backfield now again with 3 wide. He said, look for this team to start out running.
And Fleming will take the snap, Wildcat formation, trying to get to the outside. He'll gain a few on first down as he'll go out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, as we finish the first half talking about it, these linebackers for the St. Augustine have been able to really stop those outside stretch runs for Lenape. They've really picked it up after the second drive that Lenape had, where they were able to get a couple yards on those outside runs. So a little bit of the first half stats here. We had 12 for 52 from Turney and 10 for 53 from McClear on the ground. And then Gamble 3 for 3 for 27 yards. Gamble starting off a hot start, 3 for 3. Not too much in the air, but starting out 3 for 3 without turning the ball over has been good in the passing game.
Mims play action passes caught for the first down and a little more. Nice one there. Caught by number 18, Ivan Riley. Now, Dustin, over your 4 years, an awesome career here at the Prep, what were some of your favorite memories that still stick with you?
I think the losses, honestly. When we first came out, Darnell, I, and Frankie Albert all started as freshmen on varsity. And I still remember being down here in the end zone in the corner, and Frankie picked it off, and then we got a safety, and we ended up losing like 18-14. And it was those first years of losing to Holy Spirit and to St. Joe 49-0, 63-14, that made that moment that I mentioned my junior year so special, to go out junior and senior year and beat both of those teams and see what we actually built over those 4 years.
Mims looking deep on that one, going to be short, out of bounds. Now, you can relate to some of these guys out in the field tonight. Senior night, their last game here at home. They've had some great moments as well. What's going through their mind? What was going through your mind on that night?
Well, actually, we had a field day that day. I don't know if they still do it anymore, where they had kind of the different regions of the school. And we weren't supposed to participate because we were playing St. Joe. Yep. And they were playing ultimate frisbee on the field, and my city was losing, so I ended up going out there and playing. and I hurt my foot really bad. I didn't want to tell anybody, and no one has ever heard the story, but Villanova came to recruit me that day, and I got offered, and I was limping around the campus the entire time. And then before the game, I told Coach Scuderi, I can't really run today, so we're going to have to give the ball to Darnell. So I threw 2 touchdowns, but Darnell had 206 rushing yards that game, and we won 31-16. But that was my senior night.
As a pitch to Fleming, only gain of 1. Yeah, Coach probably wouldn't have been too happy about that one if you.
No, he was not too happy at all.
Coach,
go ahead.
Yeah, Coach Scuderi, legendary coach here. I know him pretty well. He's a good family friend of mine. And, I definitely know he wouldn't have taken that too lightly. But like I said, the spirit of the press, spirit of the Rowdies is always lively here. Definitely everybody always wants to get involved. But it's still, as I said, stories to tell looking back on that senior night.
Yeah, it's special to be here, to be back here, and just see, like I said, that the program has continued to grow and continue to get better. And I know one day we're all hoping that we can beat Bergen Catholic and beat St. Peter's. I know they came close a couple years ago, so
yeah,
I know eventually it's going to happen.
Close last year at that home game, South Jersey semifinals. It was mobbed here. I couldn't even hear myself talk in the booth. Sadly fell short to Don Bosco, but an excellent year. This year, a couple young guys, as there'll be a nice gain there by Fleming. Throws the flat, first down and more into Hermits territory. But yeah, this team really, you see a year even more developing, a lot of young guys, and they're really just getting better and better. After a tough year last year where all the top guys were seniors, it's interesting to see this team really grow throughout the year. I mean, they're on a 3-game win streak right now, looking to make it 4 and end the season with a record over 500.
Yeah, I think the main thing, like in high school, is just growing and gelling together and going through those losses, like I said, and kind of learning what it takes to win and go through 60 minutes and play a full game. Because it is tough to win in this league, and it is tough to play other teams in the area because everybody wants to win. But I think the main thing is just sticking together. And sometimes when it takes those lump seasons like this, I mean, no one wants to be 4-4 or 5-4, whatever they end up. But they're going to remember this season so that next year that winning feels a whole lot better.
Yeah, you never want to call these seasons rebuilding seasons or anything because they're not, because these teams they are competing, these senior classes pushing for that drive for that final game, winning that final game. And that's what it is in every sport. But like you said, you do watch these teams, like you just said, meshing together, coming together. And these games, even those losses, like you mentioned before, are really memorable because they kind of push you forward in life.
So 2nd and 8 now for Lenape at the Hermits 34. 3 receivers out, Fleming in the backfield with Mims. Fleming will carry the ball on 2nd down. He's going to get close to the 1st down, and looks like he's going to get a nice run there by Zaire Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming running over a couple players in the process, including the Hermit safety. It's a great job getting the 1st down for Lenape. Lenape creating a really good drive in this first attempt of the second half, really cutting the clock down, coming up on 8 minutes now in the 3rd quarter.
Now as a quarterback, how much did it make it easier having a great running back there in the backfield? Did it really open up the pass game for you?
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, we had 4 really good wide receivers. Every one of them can catch, and every one of them was dependable. We actually had a couple basketball players that came over and played football, and I still remember down here, a 4th down, down in this end zone here by the pit. 4th down, and Billy Giberson was supposed to run a post, and he ran a go. But knowing Billy, I knew he was going to run the wrong route, and he caught it one-handed. We ended up driving down for the game-winning touchdown. And it's funny that you mentioned your Coach Scuderi's family friend, because I can remember how many times I'd scramble back and forth and Scuderi would be screaming, no, okay, yeah. I can only imagine being up here and calling the game. You guys are doing an awesome job.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Thank you.
Started off a few years ago. Sadly, we weren't able to stream back in 2010,
yeah.
but
would have been memorable.
Better, I guess.
Yeah, but recently, like I said, we've been up in the booth for the last couple of years, obviously, and this has really been a joy getting to see these players coming through, working up. Like I said, a lot of these seniors now we've been in the class with, and getting to see them grow and become the leaders they are has been amazing.
Hopefully not their last home game, but it's possible as Fleming takes the carry on 2nd down. And, did we get a fumble there?
Hermit's claiming that as a fumble, and there's that ball.
Looks like the refs called him down. The Hermits unhappy about that one. So Lenape will keep the ball inside 20 now. At the 19, it'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Lenape really taking a book out of page out of St. Augustine's book here in the second half. Running the clock, almost 6-minute drive now for Lenape. They really did see the time differential in that first half, that they had the ball for possession time. And a flag on the field here on third down.
And that'll make things a lot tougher. Probably bumps Lenape out of field goal range as well. So
definitely the first time I've ever seen a cadence the way that Lenape does it, where they kind of get set and they jump down very quick. I know that St. Augustine has made that adjustment, it seems, in the second half.
yeah, definitely got them a couple times in the first half where they jumped on that second drive from Lenape, one where they scored the touchdown.
Got to watch here, third and long, somebody looking to, maybe go on 2 or 3 to try to get an easy 5 yards back.
So ball at the 24, 3rd and 9, about to hit the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. Lenape with a long drive, yet to see the Hermits offense looking to preserve their lead as Mims play action, rolling out to the right, looking to throw. Ball tipped up into the air, and it's going to fall down incomplete. So nice play there from the Hermits, forcing 4th down, and looks like Lenape is going to bring out the field goal unit. So not an easy one here.
Looking about 42 yards.
Yeah, 42 yards. Number 45, Ethan Blackburn out to kick it. He hit an extra point earlier today. He's 1 for 2 on field goals so far this year. 11 for 13 on an extra point, so we'll see his range.
Deep field goal here.
Freund for the Hermits hit one from 39 earlier. The kick is up. It's maybe got the distance, and it is just good. So Blackburn just got enough on that one. Gets it through the goalpost, and Lenape is able to tie this one up 10-10.
Yeah, amazing kick from Blackburn really to match the kick we had for St. Augustine earlier. But a 10-10 game here makes things a lot more interesting heading into the final stretch, final 5 minutes of the third, heading into the fourth quarter.
So the Hermits now with the tie game. Long, great drive there by Lenape coming out at halftime. Really took one out of the Hermits' playbook there. The Hermits had a couple of nice long drives in the first half. Chewed the clock. We barely saw the Lenape offense out there for long at all. Now, Dustin, what have you seen out of Ryan Gamble so far in this game? The junior quarterback in his first year. He's definitely had some nice moments, even though he has been too busy in the passing game overall.
To me, he seems very poised. He seems like he's very under control of the offense, and he's taking his routes where he sees them. He's not trying to force anything. I know earlier he kind of had a go in a corner, and he took the corner for a nice 12 or 14-yard pass there to the slot. I think he's doing a great job, and I think he's actually going to get a chance to take a couple of shots later in this second half with the run game working the way it is to pull those safeties up.
Short kick from Christmas to take it. Got some blocks, and he's going to get that one all the way up past the 35, down at the 37. That's where the Hermits will start their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, first opportunity in the second half here. I wouldn't look to see the Hermits do too much of what they have, or too much different than what they did in the first half. Instead, using that pass option here and there, but really just pounding the ball, running up the middle. Look to see Noah Gordinish here on senior night get some of his reps too. I said a lot of these running backs have gotten tons and tons of reps in the first half between McClear and Turney. But Noah Gordinish hasn't really been using the offense. Look to maybe see that in this drive.
So Turney out there with Gamble. Mowitz out. Hermits used this formation a lot so far today. Had some success in the run game, bringing the tight ends in. Just one receiver out. Turney will get it on first down. He's going to get a nice gain all the way up past the 45. Close to the first down. We'll see where it's spotted.
I wouldn't be surprised here if we see that motion a couple more times down in the red zone, and then maybe they go a little bit of play action and let Gamble take a shot here and a rollout.
So Julian Turney starting the second half off strong. He had a nice first half, had the touchdown run. He's really been the key to this Hermits offense in the second half of the season. Wasn't available for the first few games. And he's really, you think he's going to be definitely be the go-to guy for the next few years. He's just a sophomore. So under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Score 10-10. Hermits 2nd and 1 near midfield. Gamble hands it off to Turney again. He's going to get the first down. breaks a few more tackles all the way up. Still getting pushed. And looks like he's going to be called down at the Lenape 44. So another great run there by Julian Turney.
Yeah, offensive line really creating holes for Turney right now, letting him get downfield. Once he gets into the second level, he really just starts moving his legs, and he carries linebackers for another 5-10 yards. It takes multiple red jerseys to take him down. Turney's having a great night already. Hermits looking to continue that right now on 1st down and 10. Question for you, Dustin, though, like offensive line been really impressive tonight. What about your offensive line back in 2010?
Not as big, but they were very, very tough. We had a couple of guys that were just really hard-nosed guys, and to be on the line, you get no press, you get no recognition really in the newspapers, but they're the reason that the offense works, whether it's passing or running the ball. They're the bread and butter really of the offense, so they're the heart and soul, and without them, you can't pass, you can't run. I just really love the way they've been finishing blocks tonight all the way to the whistle.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the first half. I said, we have had 6 different receivers enter the field, switching up the combinations. We've had 3 different running backs on the Hermits offense really being used all year. You have guys switching on and off. The linemen are always set on the field working, grinding every single play, and that's been huge for this team, that they stayed healthy, that they stayed strong all year.
Turney stuffed on that one. 1st and 5 after the offsides from Lenape, so it'll be 2nd and 5 at the Lenape 39. Make sure to stay tuned here at the end of the 3rd quarter as we will announce the Hermits Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2023. That ceremony will be taking place in the spring. As the prep community will honor many of their greatest athletes in their history. A new group coming in. Play action, Gamble rolling out. He's going to find Walker on 2nd down, who's going to be taken down just short. We'll see where he's spotted. That's Walker's 3rd catch of the game.
Trey Allen with the tackle there, but he had a lot of room in front of him if Allen didn't make that tackle. Great job getting to the legs, wrapping up, forcing that 3rd down now for the Hermits. Really 3rd and short here. Great, amazing tackle by Allen.
3rd and probably less than 1.
We've talked about it all night. You know who you should go to here.
Absolutely, yeah, no doubt here. We've seen Taron Walker. It looks like they might try the QB sneak again. They had some success with that early on as Gamble now under center. And that's what they'll do. Gets the 2nd push, and he's going to have the 1st down. Nice and easy there for the Hermits.
Yeah, having Gamble at quarterback really does help, too. He's a very big QB. Uses his body. You've seen him run in space, too. Very physical. It's a great job by him. And like I said, the offensive line really pushing that on that nose, even with the blitzers hitting those A-gaps there. Great job of the offensive line there, especially on both those QB sneaks tonight. Really getting these drives really lengthy as we're ending the 3rd quarter in about 1:30.
Ball now placed at 31. I was going to say earlier, Taron Walker now, who he's in motion, Turney will get the handoff, and he's taken down, no gain. Taron Walker really one of those guys that we've seen more used as a blocker in years past, the tight end position, more active in the receiving game this year. How do you think he's really developed well, man, don't you think?
Yeah, as a receiver, you see with a lot of those guys graduating last year, he's one of those bigger threats that you have on offense, especially at the tight end position. And he's a big guy, jump ball guy that you're able to use. We've seen him in the slot. We've seen him downfield. Taron's, like I said, amazing weapon that this offense has been able to utilize at certain pockets. Obviously, we haven't thrown the ball too much this year, but the run game, he has been a great blocker, too, on the edge.
So under a minute now left in the 3rd quarter. Lenape scored a field goal to start this one off, and it's been all the Hermits drives since. Both teams.
Here's Walker out wide in the low.
Yep, Christmas and Castle out to the left, and looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Pete.
Once again, important drive here for the Hermits. Chewing a lot of clock there as they got the ball about 5-6 minutes ago. Now in Lenape territory, trying to get a little bit deeper. Hermits trying to get that score, separate themselves. 10-10 game here, heading into the 4th.
So 40 seconds left here. Hermits looking to get another player or two in. Looks like we're going to come down to the wire and have a fun one. Second and 10, and so far, really, Lenape has not really been able to stop this Hermits running game. So far, I mean, you've seen mostly a lot of short runs, 4 yards, 5 yards. And the Hermits are really making a secret here that they're running the ball a lot, really packing up there on the offensive line in the trenches. And Lenape is just really yet to be able to stop it here. A couple more receivers out. Walker and Castle out to the left. Christmas out wide to the right. Gamble dropping back. Rusher coming. And, he stays on his feet. Gamble, nice move. Breaks a tackle. Ryan Gamble. He's got space. He's going to get the first down and more out to the outside. He might be short, but what a run there by Ryan Gamble. Dodges the sack, breaks a couple tackles, and gets a positive gain at what looked like would have been nothing. Showing off the athleticism, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, great effort by Gamble there. Really pushing at the end of that run, but it still doesn't look like the Hermits got that first down. Kind of started the shot off, looking away from the hit there. But great effort by Gamble, now making a 3rd and short. Hermits been really successful with those tonight. Hoping to see that here.
Tristan McClear in the game in the backfield. 3rd and 1, Walker in motion. Gamble takes a snap, handoff to McClear. He is going to get the first down up to the 20. So Tristan McClear, we've checked in the game a couple times in this area of the field.
Yeah, first time we've really mentioned his name here in the second half. But as we're entering the 4th quarter, Hermits looking real strong, entering that red zone territory for Lenape. And like I said, really trying to punch in that score to separate themselves. Defense has been a little bit rough here in the second half for the Hermits, letting that long drive happen. But really looking to turn that around and really enforce this game to be in their hands.
All right, and that will end it here in the 3rd quarter. Score tied 10-10. Dustin Thompson, we want to thank you so much for joining us here on the Hermits Broadcasting YouTube channel. A lot of great remarks. It's great to hear a lot of that past of the Hermits football and how it's played into today. So we want to thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great time here the rest of your night in Richland.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you allowing me to be on here, and you guys have done a great job this evening.
Thank you, Dustin. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to have a guest speaker here for our stream. Dustin, a Hermits legend. Excellent quarterback here at the prep. Vinny, welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you. Good to be back. Hey, I'll gladly give up my mic for the leading passing touchdown in prep history.
So one more quarter here to go in senior night.
See, as we mentioned, senior night right now, I want to notify a couple of these guys heading into the 4th quarter right now. We got number 1, Nasir Christmas. Number 2, Taryn Walker Jr. Number 4, Nathir Bethune Jr. Number 10, Christian Collat. Number 12, Michael Destilio. Number 13, Alec Giancola. Number 18, Connor Hughes. Number 25, Noah Gurdinich. Number 33, Rob Adamson. Number 39, old reliable Brandon Bispo. Number 51, Asher Jenkins. Number 65, Colin Sherlock. Number 74, Kevin Quinn. And number 78, Noah Cressman. Those are your seniors for the St. Augustine Hermits. Amazing job over the last 4 years for them working to this point.
And, of course, a great group for us, our brothers in the senior class, the class of 2023. Awesome to see them get their moment as the flag is down on the field. And, it's got to be emotional for those guys. They've been through a lot of great teams, a lot of talent seen here at the prep. And now their last regular season, hopefully they're not their last home game, but it is possible it could be their last home game depending on how things play out with the playoffs.
Yeah, these guys are going through a lot of development over the last couple of years. They've had great leaders here at the prep and have become great leaders for this team, for the younger classes. We've seen the growth. We've seen how much their character has been created within them. And it's great to see a lot of these guys leading and becoming leaders not only on the field but in the school too as well.
And a couple college commits as well.
Absolutely. We got Rob Adamson, the Monmouth. And then, like I said, a couple other guys around. Oh, Bush has the ball. The ball's down.
Yep, ball's down, and that's going to be a fumble. McClear dropped it, and it is going to be recovered by Lenape. Fleming, he's been all over the field on offense and defense, picks it up, and once again, the Hermits fumble the ball deep into Lenape territory, and that's a tough one right there.
Yeah, tough break there for the Hermits. Obviously now, like I say, heading into the red zone, 10-10, this becomes an opportunity for Lenape. Hermits defense really has to stand on their toes, make the stop, and get the ball back for the offense.
Here's your call for those seniors to make the big play. Let's see Rob Adamson, Chris Collot, those guys. I really want to see them take over right here. One more quarter left, tie game. This is the moment you live for if you're a senior on senior night.
Yeah, Chris Collot has been that quiet leader. He makes the plays that no one recognizes him. That big play must be made here on this drive with the widespread offense here for Lenape.
Lenape with a chance on their second drive of the second half. Try and take the lead with the score. Fleming will get the handoff of first down. He's taken down small gain of 2.
There's a big play from Rob Adamson there. Great tackle up there in the middle. Hermits really looking strong there on that first down play. Only a gain of 2.
Yeah, and if you're the Hermits, you just want to try and get your offense the ball back with a tie game. Obviously, very costly fumble. As they were driving down the field, looked like they were going to have a chance to take the lead. If you're the defense, you want to make that stand, give them another shot.
So 2nd and 7, Lenape. They had that real long drive. Going to be in no particular hurry here if they can move the ball down the field slowly and take the wind out of this Hermits team. Fleming gets the ball again, bounces out to the outside, and he's going to get the first down and pushed out of bounds. Another excellent game for Zaire Fleming as he's close. Looks like he'll be spotted.
Yeah,
and no, they're not going to give it to him. He's going to be a little short.
Yeah, Fleming really extending his arm, using the stiff arm to get downfield, fighting off defenders, heading to the sideline. Great job of him to cut back up, but a really second and short here. Hermits really looking to stop this right now with a lot of time left on the clock, not let this possession drive out, let the defense get tired. As Lenape, with that first turnover, this becomes a really shift in the momentum in the game.
Yeah, this is a massive play right here. Big stand. You got to think they're going to try something up the middle, possibly a quarterback sneak. This defensive line has to be ready. This is one of the biggest plays of the game up to this moment.
So 3rd and 1. Lenape taking their time in this huddle. Hermits D-line going to need to be big here. We'll see what they want to do. Get it back to Fleming. Mims in shotgun. Fleming behind him. 3 receivers out wide. High handoff. Goes to Fleming. And he's going to get the first down and a little more. Zaire Fleming. Big play after big play for this Lenape team.
Yeah, Hermits and the Hermits and the Indians today, like I said, kind of been going at each other. Like you said, you have Turney, then you have Fleming. Really just the battle of the backs. The explosiveness on from both of those guys, carrying their teams, getting the momentum started for both the offenses. But Fleming here, like I said, really sparking this drive. Hermits need to find a way to contain him to get the ball back.
Yeah, we talked about this Hermits rushing attack wearing down the Lenape defense. It looks like it's the other way around as well. This Lenape rushing attack has been really good, especially since the second quarter when they started using it more.
First down, under 11 minutes left to go in this one. Mims, play action, going to try and take it, and he's going to have to throw it down. Pressure was coming.
Yeah, Hermits swarming all over that, even in the flat. Great job by the Hermits defense to cover it up. And like I said, forcing now a 2nd down and long is huge. This is where it really comes into fruition, where you need to get that stop here on 2nd down because you can't let them get the yardage for the 3rd and short that we even see the Hermits convert tonight. If you get this 3rd and long here, Hermits can open up the pass, which they've defended very well tonight so far.
Yeah, in plays where the Hermits know the pass is coming, their defensive line is so good. They're able to pressure the quarterback in a split second. Nothing develops downfield. A stop here, 3rd and long, would be huge.
2nd and 10. Similar formation. Mims, play action, trying to roll out. Pressure coming quickly, and he's got to throw it away again. Multiple Hermits there, led by Rob Adamson. Able to get to the quarterback quickly and force him to throw it away.
And another opportunity for the Hermits there to get that loss, but a great job, like I said, holding them on 2nd down, forcing that 3rd and long here, 3rd and 10.
A flag is down the play, and it's going to be intentional grounding. That's big.
Yeah, no receiver in the vicinity. I didn't really know he was throwing to in the first place, kind of trying to look at it. But like I said, right call there, throwing it back. Now it's still 2nd down. Hermits got to continue making those stops. Pass defense, huge here. We've been great all game. You have to continue that throughout this drive here for the Hermits to get another opportunity because we do like those long drives. There's a lot of clock left in the game.
It looked like that ball didn't get out of bounds, but it looked like for a split second the ref was going to give him the out of bounds call. Luckily, they were able to come back, make the right call, intentional grounding, move back.
So that's a 15-yard penalty and a loss of downs. Brutal for Lenape. 3rd and 26. Over 10 minutes to go. Mims, play action, pressure coming quickly again. It's going to be a screen. He gets it to Fleming. Fleming breaks a tackle, gets up the outside. Fleming, another juke, and let's see where he's spotted. It's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down, but man, Zaire Fleming on 3rd and 26 almost gets all of it back. And it'll be 4th and 2, and it looks like Lenape's keeping their offense on the field.
That was a fantastic play call. The screen pass, we just saw the Hermits defensive line blow up a couple of plays. They knew the pass rush was coming. Getting a screen pass out there with blockers in front was a fantastic call.
Yeah, like we said before the set of downs began, they need to contain Fleming. And on that play, they all rushed the quarterback after trying to get that pressure for the pass game and get the stop. You got to keep a track where he is on the field at all times. They're always trying to get him the ball and sneaking behind the defensive line. Huge gain. This 4th and short play, massive. Hermits get the stop here. Great field position with a lot of time left. Lenape gets the ball. They have a lot of field to go and a lot of clock they could chew.
4th and 3. I formation for Lenape. And flag is down. Looks like we're going to get a timeout beforehand.
Yeah, it looked like the Hermits defense just wasn't set. They were swishing around the defensive line. Nobody knew their assignment or where they were going. Smart timeout right there. Make sure you get set. Massive play. A stop right here would do wonders for the Hermits team.
And here's where you really need those guys on the D-line, your Adamsons, they got to show up here on this play.
Yeah, 4th and about 3. I don't know if they will run straight up the gut. A lot of the ones straight up the gut of the D-line haven't been successful for them. But a little bit of the stretches to the outside, a little bit to the C-gap or the defensive line, that's where their success has been. That's where their lead blockers have been able to get through to the second level. That's where Fleming's created most of his opportunities. Look for them to do that here on 4th down. But the Hermits linebacking core really has to press, contain those gaps, and contain them early. He can't. By the time he gets to the second level, first down would have been made.
Yeah, Fleming's the person that's kept you in this game. You give him a chance right here to get you those yards to gain. He is the player you want. Give him the chance on the outside.
4th down and 4th and 3. A huge play here for Lenape and for the Hermits. Lenape looking to keep their drive alive with a tie game. Hermits looking to get it back. I formation. Mims under center. Fleming will get the ball. Pressure coming. Bounces out to the outside, and he's going to get the first down. Zaire Fleming.
Fleming in space has been a problem all day, and that's what he did on that play. He made himself space. That's what it was. And it wasn't even that it had to be created. He created space for himself with his legs, with his speed, with his acceleration to the edge, and that's a great job for him to get in the first down. Hermit's defense now really has to make a stand. Obviously getting a little bit tired here, heading into the 4th quarter. This Lenape team, it's been the flip of the script here in the second half. They have controlled the ball.
And just the patience there. We look like the Hermits D line broke through. So Fleming bounces out to the outside, knew he had time to get out there, and gets a big gain as he will get the ball again here on first down. Out to the outside again, down at the 41. Gain of 4.
Great combination tackle there by Ganaris, and it looks like Jambuzi there. Like I said, the linebackers really have gotten out to the flat in some of those plays with patience, but you need that D-line to stop, be the force up front to really create that patience from Fleming. By the time he's able to get to the second level, the linebackers are making the tackle. But see, 4 yards there, the build-up of 4 yards we talked about earlier from the Hermits offense, the key build-up 4 yards after 3 plays is still a first down, and that just drives this. That just makes this drive so much longer.
Time is ticking. We're going to be hit the 9-minute mark in just 10 seconds. Lenape is going to be able to chew a lot more clock. Both teams have 2 timeouts left as Fleming will get the ball again, and nice. Just drops the shoulder there to gain 3 yards.
Yeah, something I've noticed with the Hermits, at least over the last couple of drives, the last 2 drives really, we saw earlier in the year they had a big problem with arm tackles. They weren't really able to bring some players down, a lot of yards after the contact. Over the last few games, it looks like we'd fixed that, but obviously defense been on the field a lot tonight, starting to get tired. Those arm tackles are back.
So it's easy 4th down territory, but it's 3rd and 2. Same formation. I bet a lot of money Fleming's going to get it again.
How much money?
We'll see. As Fleming will be close there, and I think they're going to give it to him. Not one. One official had his
First
fist up.
down.
The other official, yep. So a little miscommunication there, but it's going to be ruled the first down. And time, once again, as that eats away another minute. If you're Coach Pete, are you starting to get a little nervous right now with how much time your offense is going to have here?
I mean, right now, not yet. But if this drive keeps going, you start getting worried.
But also, you're getting close to field goal range. We already saw Blackburn hit one from 41. So
yeah, it was just
we're only
about
another. We're only another 10 yards away from being in his range.
Yeah, I was just about to note that. Like I said, the field goal range is coming up soon, so they do have opportunity to score all over the board here. The Hermits, like I said, their problem today has been the turnovers. They were in the red zone, or creeping up on the red zone twice today, and have had turnovers. And that can't be the case.
That's what they needed right there. A loss of 1 on the pitch out to Fleming. 2nd and 11.
Once again, second down is the crucial down here. You need to force it back to that 3rd and deep. And like I said, by the time we get that 3rd down, our pass defense has been great. That screen pass, that was a great design by the Lenape's offense to get it to Fleming. But in the regular pass game, Hermit's defense has locked down all factors of it.
Yeah, a stop on 2nd down is huge just because it limits the offense, what they're really able to do. We've already seen a screen pass, so the defense should be ready for that. A stop here would be just massive for this entire defense. You don't want to get into another 3rd and short where they can run it up the middle and be able to get it.
At the 7-minute mark now, at the Hermits' 36-yard line. I formation again. It's been the same for the last few plays. Play action. Mims, pressure Cummins. You have to throw it away quickly. And it's going to be intercepted. And down at the 15. That's what the Hermits defense needed. That's number 7, Jack Winaris with the pick.
Great pick by Ganaris, being aware of the sideline, getting his feet down and controlling the ball. But great pressure there. That's the senior Rob Adams in the backfield. That's getting the QB pressure
right there
and forcing that ball downfield. That was a forced pass. That was outside. That should have been thrown away if you were smart by Mims there. Not for getting the ball back to the Hermits. 10-10. Got 6:40 left. Run the clock. Get down the field. Get the score no matter what. Field goal, touchdown, whatever you have to get. You have to put up points in this drive. Secure the ball.
Man, what a drive there. The Hermits defense backs against the wall. It's a long drive. They're tired. And Rob Adamson in that defensive line gets back there quickly at Mims, forces him to make the quick, bad decision, and Guinaris picks it off. All over. Such a huge play for this defense, giving their offense a chance now. They're going to have to go a long way, 85 yards.
And we saw Guinaris almost have an interception in the first half, too. He was able to get one there.
Sophomore Guinaris showing up. Like I said, all these sophomores really learning from these upperclassmen showing out here. And there's Turney, another sophomore.
Nice run on 1st down. Hermits now going to get the chance to have the time in their favor.
And as you mentioned there with Mims, that was just a flat-out mistake. I know there was pressure in his face, but you're in 7 minutes left. Tie game, massive game. You're over 500 if you win, 500 if you lose. And he threw it into double coverage to the wrong side of the receiver. Didn't even give him a chance to make the catch. And that's just something you can't do as a quarterback.
Gain of 7 by Turney on 1st down. 2nd and 3. He'll get it again. Turney. Not a big gain there. He's going to be close to the 1st down. A little short. At the 6-minute mark now in the 4th quarter. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Ryan Marengo and Vinny Palestina. We got a big one here. It's senior night. Tie game halfway through the 4th quarter. Hermits, after the huge interception by Jack Winaris, looking to bring the ball down the field and take the lead here. Trying to keep their season going and keep that momentum going. Walker in motion, 3rd and 1. Gamble will sneak it himself, and he's going to get the 1st down. It's the 3rd time we've seen Gamble do that today, and he's 3 for 3.
QB sneak. Reliable option there on those 3rd and really shorts, 4th and really shorts. Great job by the Hermits offense recognizing that and continuing to stay very, very good at actually executing it. Said some teams won't be able to execute as the other team figures it out later in the game. But the Hermits offense also really getting that push, running back push on the quarterback over. Great job again.
Let's keep an eye out for Gamble. We heard Dustin say earlier today that at some point Gamble might have to throw the ball in this game. We'll see what they want to do on this drive now. Looks like information to give to Turney again, and that's what's going to happen. Lenape trying to pack the inside, but Turney's going to get to the outside, using that speed, and he's going to get another big gain of 11 on 1st down, up to the Hermits 37.
That's a big run that was needed. It's like getting a little bit more space, heading toward Lenape territory. That's a great job by Turney, cutting upfield, being patient on the outside, waiting for his blocks.
Yeah, Turney's just such a good runner. You see that cutback right there. That's something that other running backs just don't do. They try and force the ball up the middle, don't want to try and bounce to the outside. He was able to see. He has fantastic vision. Just see the hole right there, run up the field, be able to get the first down. And if you're the running back and you're the entire Hermits offense in that situation, you just want to keep moving the ball down the field. Give yourself a chance.
Hermits under the Friday night lights looking to make a game-winning drive. It'll be McClear with the handoff now. Looking to get to the outside, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Great job there by the Lenape defenders.
It's about a loss of 2 now for the Hermits. They said this is the big second down play for the Lenape defense that they want to hold on. But they said this Hermits offense, 4 minutes down the clock. They're really trying to get in that field goal position as well. Like I said, you do look for the touchdown first in this drive. Really separate yourself and make it hard for Lenape to come back into this game. But right now, on your own about 34-yard line, you need to get into that territory where you can see it, where you can get a kick there.
And I think this is the play we got to see Gamble throw the ball. 2nd and 13. Just Keaton on the run on that play. Was able to get him for a 3-yard loss.
Maybe try something out, maybe to the flat, maybe a screen or something to McClear. We saw them succeed with that a little earlier. McClear's still in the game. Looks like that might be what they're setting up. Castle and Christmas into the game. Christmas in motion. McClear will get it. He's going to break through and get a small gain of maybe 6. Get about half of that back, so it'll be 3rd and 7. Clock is ticking. We're going to be nearing the 3-minute mark here, and right now if you're the Hermits, you got to make sure you get this because you don't want to give Lenape time.
Yeah, but with about 2 minutes left and 3 minutes on the clock, this is an important down here. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. This needs to be a first down here for the Hermits.
No chance you go for it here unless it's like 4th and 1.
Yeah, you give your defense the opportunity to make a play if you don't get this. Under 3 minutes left. But you really got to throw the ball here. Put the ball in Gamble's hands. Give him an opportunity.
Hermits showing run here. Multiple tight ends in. And Coach Beat's going to call timeout. That's the second timeout used for the Hermits in the second half. They'll only have 1 remaining.
Yeah, looking at the strategy now for the last 2:43 for the Hermits here. 3rd down and 7. This is the crucial down, obviously. We talked about it. You need to get the first down or very, very close to the first down here on this play to be considering, like I said, going for it on 4th down. We've seen that QB sneak all day.
And be careful here. Protect the ball, whether it's a run or a pass.
Absolutely.
2 fumbles so far today. You can't afford that here. And give Lenape a short distance to get into field goal range. Worst case scenario, you don't get this here. You punt it and you set them back far on your side, their side of the field. You need to protect the ball here.
It looked like they were having a little bit of trouble figuring out the play call, a little bit disjointed at the line of scrimmage. Good timeout. Make sure you have the right play call here as it is a massive play.
Yeah, 8 yards. Look for those little pocket comebacks that we've seen run in the past. It used to be a Nasir Hill special. And I think that is going to be one of the big plays that you got to see here.
We saw Castle run one of those back in the first half.
Absolutely. Castle and Christmas, big options here on this down. And it looks like I said, on the field, we still have McClear. Look for McClear even out of the backfield for a couple yards upfield.
Multiple tight ends in again. Gamble going to drop back to throw. He's got time. Gamble going to look to take it himself. Gamble, pressure coming. He's going to get the first down and more. Ryan Gamble into Lenape side of the field, and he's down at the 45. Ryan Gamble keeping this drive alive. That's one of his best plays of the year.
And I can't believe the play call, actually. If you're looking at Coach Pete in that play call, you stack the box like you were going to run the ball there on 3rd down. You get the option routes all flowing to the left, open up that right side of the field, and Gamble to use his legs. It's almost like it was designed for Gamble to run. That was a great play. If that first look wasn't there, he'd take off and run, made the most of his opportunity. Now in Lenape territory at first down, huge for the Hermits coming up on 2 minutes.
Nearing 2 minutes at the 40, Lenape 45. Gamble going to hand it off to McClear. McClear, a big gain here. He's got blockers. Tristan McClear, he's got space all the way down at the 25.
What two massive plays for the Hermits. What 2 massive play for the Hermits right there. 2 big runs, both 15 to 20-yard gains down the field. Now they're close to field goal range, if not in it.
And here's where I got to credit the lineman in clutch and clutch game time right now, 10-10. Those last 2 plays, they kept the pocket safe to where Gamble was able to roll out right without too much pressure on his backside. Great job there. That last play opened up that hole, and then by the time McClear gets to the second level, we talked about all night, his acceleration and getting downfield is like no other on this Hermits team. It's great jobs by the offensive line on those 2 plays. Minute 54, keep the ball in balance, hold on to the ball.
Turney gets the ball again. He breaks 3. Julian Turney gets the first down again into the red zone. down at the 11. The Hermits running backs and running the ball in general. Ryan Gamble with the huge run. McClear with the huge run. Turney with the huge run.
And this is
Ground
why
and pound today has been the motto.
This is why you substitute running back. It keeps them fresh, allows you to put different people in when it matters. 2 minutes left in the game. You need to make a play. You're fresh. You're in the rhythm of the game, and you're able to do that.
Minute 25. Ball is on the 12. Hermits looking to take the lead. McClear in the backfield with Gamble. Walker in motion. McClear gets it. Has blockers. McClear. And he'll gain a few on first down.
Lenape looking here now to use their timeouts. Only a minute 11 left on the clock. Hermits doing a great job. Like I said, this offensive line leading the way, and these running backs really being explosive in the holes. Gamble, great job being the field general here on this drive. Coach Pete, great play call. Amazing job in this clutch performance here for the Hermits. Now, the important thing now in the red zone, stay safe with the ball. Points are points, no matter what they are here.
That's a great point.
A minute 11 left. Stay conservative, run between the tackles, do what you do best, and no matter what, we need to get points here at the end of this drive, the end of this game.
Protect that ball.
Yeah, we've seen
Hermits
2 fumbles already. Do not put the ball back on the ground. That is rule number 1.
Gain of 5 for McClear. 5 to go for the first down, 7 to go for the touchdown. A minute and 11 left on the clock.
What a performance here tonight so far by Turney and McClear here. Like I said, they've really been that bread and butter, literal bread and butter for the Hermits offense. And the ground and pound, the strength of Turney and then the speed of McClear, they go so well together. And they've really led this Hermits offense through thick and thin, through all the troubles they've gone through this game. And in the last couple of weeks, some of the ups and downs they've had to progress as a team and get to this point here at the end of the season.
How poetic has it been so far? We saw senior night. These guys, the big night, defenders played well, and it's the sophomores and the juniors now showing up in these moments to help out their older guys, get them a win in their last game, at least in the regular season at La Rosa Stadium. McClear in the backfield. 2nd and 5. He'll get the ball. McClear to the outside. Has blockers. Tristan McClear. Touchdown, Hermits.
And with a minute left, everyone's going wild right now. Tristan McClure hitting that hole again. Great job on the outside, exploring upfield. Didn't drag it to the sideline and let everybody catch up to him. Hermits now up 16-10 with a minute and 5 left. Absolutely stunning performance there by the Hermits offense on this last drive that they'll probably have this game. Great job.
This was a legacy drive right
As
here.
you see Asher Jenkins running over to celebrate with the Rowdies. Tristan McClear, 7-yard touchdown. Freund out for the extra point. Hermits up 16-10. Good snap, go hold. The kick is up and it is good. Hermits go up 7 with a minute left.
And that was the drive I wanted from the beginning. Like I said, you got the ball back. You had those 6 minutes. You were able to just run the ball, take your time with it, and they brought it down all the way down to a minute. There's 1 minute now left on the clock. Now, well, we know the name. Fleming. We got to contain Fleming.
You got to get through the kickoff first.
That's been their offense. That's even been their kickoff strength today was Fleming. He is their playmaker. He's been all over the field, receiving, running, on special teams. They have to notify where number 8 is on the field at all times if you're the Hermits defense. I bet that Coach Pete and the other Hermits coaches are telling the defense and the special team the same thing.
If I'm the Hermits right here, I'm kicking the ball to the opposite side away from him. You just cannot give him a chance to get the ball in his hands on this kickoff. Do what you did last time. Keep it away from him. Just get through the kickoff and then watch Fleming on offense.
Force somebody else on Lenape to make a play. So far, Fleming has really been the only guy to make the big plays for Lenape. Force the ball into somebody else's hands, make somebody else make that play on this drive, on the kickoff and on the drive itself. Force Mims to throw the ball, something like that. You don't want to give Fleming the opportunity. You got a minute and 5, and they need a touchdown. You'll see if the Hermits want to play back a little bit or if they want to stuff the line again. Lenape only with 1 timeout. And a big kick here by Freund. Wherever they decide to do with it, he's got to locate it well. And this special teams unit needs to be ready to tackle. We see Fleming out over by the 25. It's been a fun one here in the 4th quarter. Hermits looking to close it out. Their defense got the interception to give the offense a chance at the touchdown, and they succeeded. And it'll be back on the defense to make one final stop.
Just hold your assignments on this kickoff play. Fill in the gaps. That's all you need to do.
Freund's kick is up. It'll be recovered at the 15. The Hermits are there, looking to get to the outside. Still going. It'll be a nice gain for Lenape, as they will get all the way up to the 42, and that's where their drive will start. 54 seconds left on the clock. Run there by number 19, Tyler Selby.
Yeah, Selby with a great run to the outside over to the 40-yard line. Great speed to get to the outside there. Putting Lenape in actually really good field position, considering the deep kick there by Freund. 54 seconds left and one timeout for the Lenape Indians here.
Though Mims threw an interception on his last drive, and here with only one timeout, you really can't run the ball unless it's to the outside. Fleming's got to get out of bounds.
So this is where you looked at a Hermits defense.
Mims' hands at this point.
Yeah, this is where you looked at a Hermits defense too. Their big thing, the pressure is pressure to Mims. You get pressure on Mims, he forces the ball downfield. We've seen it multiple times today. And look, obviously, like we said, the run of the ball will not really help them, especially with the clock being so low. So he's going to be having the ball in the air. The pressure is huge.
Mims drops back, 4 receivers out, pressure coming, and he is taken down. Rob Adamson knocks him over.
And I don't know if anybody just watched that on the stream, but Rob Adamson just used the offensive lineman to sack the quarterback. He threw the other offensive lineman into the quarterback, making the sack. Outstanding play. That's the pressure we needed here at the end of this game. Timeout, last timeout by Lenape. 46 seconds left.
And Rob Adamson would not be denied there. He knew he needed to make a play. He is the key cog in this Hermits defensive line, and he showed it right there, making a big play. Looked like he was going to get stuck behind Mims right there and just use the offensive lineman to barrel back. We saw that bull rush just like Aaron Donald uses in the NFL to come back into the quarterback and get the sack with that offensive lineman.
Yeah, Mims truly thought he was getting out of the pocket to the right. And as he got out of the pocket, he had complete room. Rob Adamson from his back blind side threw a lineman into him. Outstanding play in clutch, and a clutch performance by Rob Adamson here at 46 seconds left. Now you got to come up big here, second down.
Lenape now going to be in desperation. Rob Adamson definitely been the MVP of this team for this fourth quarter. He has showed up time and time again, and the Lenape offensive line has had no answer. 46 seconds left. Lenape's going to have to go a long distance. 61 yards for the touchdown. Mims, 4 receivers out, drops back, pressure coming again. He's got to get it away. He will. No, it's dropped. Intended for Selby in the middle of the field, and honestly, they're probably lucky he dropped it because that would have killed a lot of clock.
Yeah, Mims really with a bullet pass there, too. Kind of hit up the chest of Selby. But now third down and deep. Really, the downs don't even matter at this point until you get the fourth. But 39 seconds on the clock, 0 timeouts for Lenape. They got to hurry up to the ball. They got to really get some desperation throws and some desperation moments here for their offense. Once again, we haven't touched the ball here on this drive. Fleming, watch him in the backfield here. Watch him coming out into the flat. He makes the plays. He breaks tackles. That's going to be huge here for the Hermits to contain him.
Yeah, and if you're the Hermits, play the sidelines and play deep. Give up anything in the middle of the field.
Hermits 3 safeties back. Mims, looking. He's going to find a receiver who's going to get out of bounds at midfield. A nice gain there. It'll be 4th and short. Number 18, Ivan Riley.
And that was just a great crossing route. Getting your receiver out there, Riley, in space where he was able to get the first down, get out of bounds. That's something that was necessary on this play right here.
So it'll be 4th down, though. Lenape looking to keep this game alive. Hermits looking to finish the senior night off with a win.
You got to think
No
they go
timeouts.
Flat pass here, right? Just get the first down and see what happens after that.
Got to get the yard and get out of bounds.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a referee timeout here. I believe that the sticks are a little bit messed up right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
we saw Riley push out of bounds. I guess bumped into the sticks. Look a little
the same
broken
thing
at the moment.
We're going with I believe what 4th and short.
It's gonna be 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1 here for Lenape. Great job getting out of bounds. Just needed a little bit more, one and a half more yards, it looks like, to get that first down. Unsuccessful. And now Hermits, biggest stop of the year. This is it here.
This crowd making some noise. Hermits, 4th and 1, looking to get the stop at midfield. Mims in shotgun, Fleming to his right, 4 receivers out. 33 seconds remaining. Mims drops back, quick pass is caught for the first down, but the receiver's going to stay in bounds. And they got to get up to the line quickly. 25 seconds, the clock is running. Lenape's got to spike this. As the Hermits keep moving that ball down the field, it's the officials struggling to get it down. The clock is stopped at 25. Same formation. Clock ticking once again, 20 seconds. Mims snaps it. Short pass again down the middle of the field.
Great breakup. Mike Castillo, senior, showing out in these final moments. Great job on Mike Castillo with the pass breakup. Clock does stop, though. 16 seconds left. And a second down, a little bit of more of a fresh set of downs here for Lenape on this last chance
Lenape,
effort.
are you just trying to gain a few more to give Mims a shot at the end, take 2 shots at the end zone, maybe get 5 yards
from what
here,
it's
get out of
seen,
bounds?
Mims doesn't have the greatest arm. They need to get a decent amount of yards. I think you got to just try and get down the field.
Yeah, they would have to get
close to the 30.
Yes, absolutely. They still need about 15 more yards, and with 16 seconds left, it will be hard for them to get that. But 15 more yards would be needed for them to get a shot at the end zone here.
Mims dropping back, pressure coming. He's going to get it out to Fleming. Fleming, he's going to stay in bounds. I don't think they're going to have enough time to snap it. Fleming is down 8, 7. Clock is running. They got to hurry. Lenape, 7, and that's where they're going to stop the clock.
Jimmy, the time doesn't stop till they spot the ball.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
Mims, and he'll spike it down with 3
And there's your
seconds
stop at
left.
about the 30. Fleming, if you were going to give the ball to a guy who's going to get the ball to the 30-yard line, though, it was going to be Fleming. And here's your shot at the end zone.
Kill my vibe there, Ben.
3 seconds. 3 seconds left now. And Hermits defense has to make the stop of the year for themselves here. La Rosa Turf, Richland, New Jersey, St. Augustine Hermits, Lenape Indians. 3 seconds left. This is the moment you have. These are your seniors. These are your starters. These are your players. This is the moment you all wait for.
And we've seen a trick play already tonight. We could see a Hail Mary towards the end zone, but the trick play is always in question. Stay on your toes for anything.
4 receivers out. Lenape's got 1 play left.
Hermits with a
Looking to
3-man
tie.
rush here. Letting Rob Adams carry it.
3 safeties back. Pressure coming quickly. Mims has got to get off. He's going to throw it up to the end zone. To the back. It is up. And it is incomplete. And the Hermits end the regular season with a win. 17-10 over Lenape.
He had the arm. Just a little too much of it on that last play. Hermits with the win. Great coverage either way. If that ball was thrown perfectly. The pressure on that drive was great by the Hermits defense. Great job finishing this game. Clutch performance all around, both offensively, defensively. This has been a great game for the Hermits, rushing the ball. And what a win. What a win to end the season here.
That's all you can say right there. An awesome win here on senior night as the Hermits finish this regular season with a record of 5-4. Man, that was a fun one.
That was. What a game for the last one of the regular season. Hopefully we get to see a playoff game here. You never know. But just what a way for these seniors to end the season right here if this is their last game at home.
So the Hermits with a 4-game win streak to head into the playoffs. I'd say that's enough to say that they're hot right now.
Absolutely. And if you want to talk about it, here are some of those Hermits right now. Coming up to the student section, hopping up. Now it's Christmas. Tristan McClear, Gamble.
A little bit of a Lambeau leap.
Wow.
A La Rosa leap.
What a group of players. What a big win for them. They fought all year for this. We're way under 500. Looked like the season was lost just a few weeks ago, and then they pulled this off to get over 500 again. Just what a fantastic year for some of these guys.
Huge win for the Hermits here. And like I said, this was a performance for the ages there. I said that we've seen out of the senior class. On that last defensive drive, Rob Adamson making the big play with the sack. Mike Distillia with the pass breakup. Great coverage down there by Nas Christmas. The seniors really did show out. We talked about some of those sophomores on the offense really showing out on that offensive drive, and the seniors finishing the game there on that last defensive stop.
Just such a complete game. After a first half that was kind of all over the place, a little lucky. This team really just bared down in the second half, had some tough moments where their backs were against the walls, and they did what they needed to do to get the win. Huge plays by the defense and the offense, the interception, the running game from Gamble, from Turney, from McClear. Guinaris' pick, Adamson's sack. Overall, such a well-rounded performance from this Hermits team in their last 24 minutes of the regular season. And guys, hopefully we're back for one more, but if this is it for our football announcing careers at St. Augustine Prep, I'd say it's a nice way to end it.
Yeah, this was an amazing game to get to be a part of. Obviously, like I said, really quick in the first half, a lot of run game plays, a lot of running plays. Turney, McClear, all over the place. We had Fleming going nuts. It was great.
So that will do it here from Richland. Your final score, 17-10. The Hermits are victorious. We thank you so much for watching here today, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so much for watching all fall. Hermits soccer, Hermits football. It's been an absolute blast here coming from a couple senior announcers. We can't thank you enough for all the support over the last few years. If this is our last football game doing it together, guys, I want to say it's a pleasure. I hope we have one more. We'll see what happens. But signing off for the last time here, possibly from Baumgartner Press Box, I'm Jimmy Bachman.
Ryan Marengo.
And Vinny Palestina.
We thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time. One last time, and as always, forever and ever, go Hermits.